Hey everyone, Ekman here with another video, and we're at the release of Riftbound, the League of Legends card game here in North America, and I was lucky enough to get a box. I really do appreciate getting this box, and we're going to do an opening for it. This is also an opening that I did on my live stream earlier today. It's going to be cut down to opening it itself, so you guys don't have to skip around on that one as much. But I also want to kind of talk about my thoughts of Riftbound as we're kind of getting into it. So if you guys are new to this channel, I make a lot of content for Bandai card games. With Riftbound is not a Bandai card game, but content for the One Piece, the Digimon, Dragon Ball Super card game Fusion World, Union Arena, as well as the newly released Gundam card game, right? So that's already 5 games, and not only on this channel, which some of these games I don't do as much content on this channel anymore, but the biggest thing is updating my website, Eggman Events, which is a deck builder. It has a lot of tournament deck lists. It has a lot of tournament results. And honestly, it's the kind of the resource that I've been working on the most over the last couple years, as just being like a really core resource for people trying to get into those games, right? So the idea with that is that if I do want to support Riftbound, it'd be something where I'd want to give it as much support as I can, and it's something that I want to be proud of, right? I don't like doing like things half-baked. I want to make sure that if I'm offering resources, they're not only resources just for that day, but it's something that I'm going to be able to continually update and keep up to date for you guys to be able to get those resources and not have to be like, oh, why hasn't he updated the website in a while, or where are this kind of data coming from? So I have been working a little bit on Eggman Events for helping me, like getting people to get, help with some games and stuff. And so I'm at a crossroads with this game. If you guys are really excited about the Riftbound card game, please let me know. That'd be really, really helpful. If you guys want those resources to exist on Eggman Events, I would love to hear your feedback. If you guys have been enjoying playing it, if you guys want to play more of it in the future, if you expect this to be a game that you're going to be playing for a while, that's just really important information for me, because if you guys need a resource, or you guys want some of the resources I already commit to other card games for this card game, I will definitely do it. But I'll be honest, I'm already stretched pretty thin with where I'm at, and so it doesn't mean that it's something that I can't do, but it would have to be something where I would have to prepare resources, have people help me generate content for the website to make sure that I get to cover this game the way that I would love to cover it, right? That kind of like the clip that I would want to, the rate, and making sure that the quality is above standard. So that's the idea for it. But I do know that this is a lot of hype is going into this, right? We've got our first event in December, which I know a lot of people are already kind of testing for. The fact this game's already been out in Asia for a while, this is a pretty global IP as well in League of Legends. And the other thing, I don't play a lot of League. I've played a little bit. I know the characters. I've played some TFT. I've been around TFT, the League of Legends, IP for like 10 years plus, right? But I haven't been like someone who's been really deep into it. So, I don't have as much, personal attachment to the League of Legends characters, which maybe is why I didn't jump into it immediately. But I do know that a lot of people have been really happy with how complex this game is and how deep the gameplay and how rewarding it is. And, if I just talked to enough people where it's obviously a good game, right? I haven't been able to do as much play testing. I did mean to do one today, but the situation kind of changed. I wasn't able to. But we will be doing a live stream in the future for kind of going over Riftbound, learning how to play, and just seeing how the game works in general, and if I feel like it does have some like longevity down the road. So if you guys already are on board for this game, if you guys want content for it, please let me know. That would be really, really helpful for future content and kind of dividing my time in the next couple months or so. And then also if you guys hit that like and subscribe button, that does help me know that you guys are interested in this content specifically from this video, which means that we are able to, it makes it like obvious that people want this content, which makes it easier to again spend the time and resources for it. So just let me know, because again, I will support this game as this is something that people want. I just want to make sure that this is something that is worth all the time and effort for it. So that's kind of going to be my spiel for it. But I do think, again, this game looks very fun. I've played some games with it. There is like this complexity ceiling that's very high, which is really rewarding for someone like me. And I know a lot of people have been, again, I've been asked pretty much every day since like Gen Con if I'm going to be making content and supporting this game, and you guys are definitely wearing me down if that hadn't happened already. So we'll see what this looks like in the future. Again, if you want to see more content in the future, let me know, and let's see what's inside this box. All right, we've got our box of Riftbound, and we are, again, live opening this, so this is my live reaction. I'm going to be very honest. I know what can kind of be in here. The rates for these are like literally the first packs I've opened for this set, and so luckily I have people watching this on chat. They're able to help me, tell me if I should be hyped or not for it, or if I'm going to be overhyped for some of the pulls for it. But the first thing that I want to know is what the pack opening meta is for this, right? Like you play a lot, if you play a lot of different card games, you're going to realize that a lot of different companies package their packs differently. So I think that's interesting. Also, these are not 24 pack boxes, right? Is it? They are 24. Okay, I'm thinking maybe I'm thinking Cookie Run or something, but yeah, I have no idea. You guys are gonna help me find out what's in this box and if I should be excited by how good and/or upset about how bad this box is going to be. But all right, and I think that's what it is. I think One Piece packs are 12 cards per pack. These are 14, so they're a little chunkier. I have no idea for the rarities. From what I've heard, that it's a little bit more of a mixed bag. I know that one of my favorite things about like Bandai card games is that like the rates are usually pretty understood. From what I kind of remember hearing, that Riftbound, go from there. All right. If it says A next to the number, it's an alt art. Okay, good to know. Oh, it has a little. Okay, it's already above average because we can just open it from the top right. Already impressed. All right. We've got the Clockwork Keeper, we've got the Noxus Hopeful, Eager Apprentice, Rebuke, Faithful Manufacturer, Arena Bar, Ride the Wind, Singularity, the Back Alley Bar, Wind Wall, Orb of Regret, the Shen. This card looks fancy. Let's see. So this is a champion unit, so this is kind of an identity for a deck, right? You guys can let me know if this is a good one. It says the 3 costs with yellow, reaction play anytime before spell, shield 2 when you're defender, and then tank you have to decide there. So, and it is a purple rarity. So there it is. We got the Maddened Marauder as well, and then we've got, which also is a rare, the purple rare, which usually means like super rare, right? And then Shen is okay. I'll take the okay. And then we got the Recruit and some keyword help there. So, which is just a token, but. I would say that my guess is that the purple is like, is that more like a super rare, right? Compared to what we have? You guys can let me know. Champions are like characters, yeah. Legends are the identities, and then the champions are the ones that live in the main deck, correct? Again, I'm hard assuming on some of these, so you guys can help me recognize where I'm right or wrong. That's why this is a community box open. But if champion doesn't seem terrible. All right, we've got the Playful Phantom, Brazen Buccaneer, Watchful Sentry, Petty Officer, Mobilize, Sneaky Deckhand, Call to Glory, Whirlwind. We got the Bandle Tree. I'm probably going to put the Battlegrounds separate. Vanguard Helm. We got the Caitlyn patrolling and the Albus Pharaohs here. So two then. Oh, hey. We got also the Volibear here. Does not look like it's an alt art, but it is a legendary champion unit, Furious. Deflect 2, opponents must play 2 extra to choose me with a spell or ability, and then when I attack, deal 5 damage split among any number of units here. So I know that the Volibear deck was one of like the demo decks that I have behind me, and it is kind of like more of like the ramp control deck, if I'm remembering correctly. But this is nice. So this is a champion unit just like these ones. So this is the one, this one lives in the deck, right? Purple is rare, orange is epic, like super rare, yellow will be the alt arts. Solid card. All right, we'll take the solid card. And we got a body rune, which I actually kind of need these runes, right? These runes are like kind of important from what I've been told. Let me also, I probably need to put these battlegrounds a little bit separate, and then I guess we'll put tokens and those aside. Yeah, I know that this game also went through like a redesign art-wise recently. I saw like the first kind of draft form. I would say lovingly that there was like inspiration from like One Piece cards, but yeah, there's if you play One Piece, I know that there's a lot of kind of things that kind of carry over from this game to others. So we'll see. Solaris Shieldbearer. Also, I did play a good amount of not Riftbound. Runeterra, so I can definitely see like a lot of the art for this is borrowed over, which I'm not complaining about. I think that's fine for doing that kind of stuff. But we've got a Darius and the loose cannon from this. I don't think this is an alt art either, but this is the Jinx Legend here. So at the start of your beginning phase, draw one if you have one or fewer cards. I know that this was also a deck that I remember seeing at part of the like one of the demo decks, right? So really nice there. So this is one of your identities, right? Because this is the legend itself. So you know you play this champion. sorry, this legend, and then it's a you're stuck to these 2 colors there, and we got the mind rune, which I'll put over there. I don't think we're gonna get there, but I would have. It would be nice to have a you know, enough runes for each, right? Yeah, and that's fine. Like I play a lot of card games. I almost always say that the art is like the least important thing for me when it comes to if I play a game or not. But like I think this is fine. I'm also like a little bit like Gundam went really hard with their first 2 sets. Like they could have like slow rolled their art assets, but they put them all out at the beginning for it. So we got Flurry of Blades, what looks like a common foil. We got Kraken Hunter and the Dr. Mundo there. And ooh, hey, we got a body rune and its foil. Not sure how rare these are. Ooh, this is nice. You can even see it on the camera. There's a foiling for it. Very nice. Which rune's the best? You guys let me know. Let me know if that's the one that we gotta really look out for, but very nice there. Showcase runes are nice. They look nice. I don't know if I would be... I know, like, you know, in One Piece and Gundam, like, one resource is all the same. For I know, like, it's actually specific in this game differently, but we'll see. I don't know if I'd be the kind of guy to get all the runes showcase. Energy Conduit, we've got the Windswept Hillock, we've got the Faithful Manufacturer, we've got a Sona, as well as the Ravenborn Tomb, and then we got the Recruit. Yeah, I will say, like, there's a lot of things to consider when getting packs like this, and the fact that, like, the cards that, like, listen, I know a little bit of this game, right? I'm not gonna say that I'm deep into this game in any regard, but even, like, without knowing that, right? Like, I can identify, like, hey, this card looks super cool, right? This is Radiant Dawn, this is another legend, right? So when you stun one or more enemies, buff a friendly unit by 1. So this is a regular art, but like this is, you know, a legend, so it's kind of like a leader, right? So I mean, like, you don't need as many of these cards, right? But the fact that you know, the card looks great, like the regular art for like something that represents your entire deck is really nice. We also have the Quiana here, and then also the boss. Ooh, this is a legendary here. So this is set. So when a buff unit you control would die, you may pay 1 extra to exhaust me to spend its buff and recall it exhausted instead. Send to the basis as a move, and then when you conquer, ready me. Very pretty card. Very pretty card. So I don't think, is this is the regular art for this, right? Or is this like one of the really nice ones? Because it's looking, the fact that its number is 310 and this card, you know, the set goes only to 298. I think it is the art. There's just not like the number next to it as mentioned. But the fact that it's outside of the card number range, that's really nice. He pulled the set. I pulled the set. Very good. That's one of the showcases. Dang. Man, it looks so good. I hope, here, let me hold it up to you guys. I know, okay, should I pretend to reopen it and be a little bit more hyped now that I know it's a little special? Very nice. And the card, like the foiling looks really nice. Yeah, I think, like, again, it's not my most important thing, but for like a set 1 set, they definitely went a little harder than they needed to, in my opinion, for these arts. Look really nice. It is an over number, yeah, it is. Very good pull. Thank you guys very much. Very happy. So this is for me. You guys would probably know more than this. So is there a set that's not a legend, or is this like a legendary that's also the showcase art? So is the regular version of set, like the minimum rarity of it, is it still a legend, like a legendary? If it was signed, okay, it's just an alt. But it's the regular version of the legend. Is it also a is it also legendary? Because I would assume it is, but it's just an alt of a legendary. I also don't know how I feel about, you know, you only get one of these, like this is a leader, right? This is the same as like a leader in One Piece or in like Fusion World, right? So all art lead, really nice. But do you, I don't know how I feel about it taking like a rare spot when you can only run 1 in your entire, like if you get 1 of any of these legends, like they're already good, right? It goes for 120 plus, and then signature is like 1200. All right, well, I'll sign it and then we'll get it there. What do you mean the value went down? That's crazy. Flurry of Blades, Retreat. We got the Star-Tipped Peak, Unyielding Spirit. We've got the Fiora. We've got the Ryza, the Sunderer, and then we also got, another, no, this is regular art, but this is another legendary. Another legendary there. That's a little higher rarity than the regular card. It's more like Yu-Gi-Oh rarities, okay. So buff a friendly unit if your base is, in your base, sorry, then move it to a battlefield, gotcha. If it doesn't have a buff, it gets a +1 buff. So I think this is a regular art. This is a legendary, so we pulled 2 legendaries so far. And I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? We got Set. I'm pretty sure this is Set on this card. Please don't. But it's the signature spell for him, right? So getting both of these in the same box, I doubt that's guaranteed. It would make sense if they did that kind of thing, but like that's pretty good. Yeah, it's a leader, and then there are 2 different champions. Yeah. So, but then generally, I'm guessing like most of the rares are, because most of the rares I'm guessing are champions, and then there's like legends that are like a little bit more expensive. So that's also might be like something different that's for specifically Riftbound compared to other card games. Is that like if you think of like League of Legends as like the card, like the MOBA game. The real thing is like getting the leader, right? So they make the champions a little bit rare in the game, right? If that makes sense, because you have to unlock it and then you get the rest of it. So from what I've kind of been seeing, and you guys can correct me, is that like a lot of the good cards that you fill your deck up with are like commons and uncommons, right? And then you have to get like the rares, the epics, and the legendaries specifically for your stuff. There might be like, this is obviously not like, this is a gear that's rare, but like you don't need as much of that, right? Is this one's foil, and then I think this one, oh no, we got 2 foils. So we got 2 foils instead of any rares in that pack, which is interesting. No, we got 2 foils and then a rare for that pack. Yeah, most decks only run a couple epics and they're not maxed out. So like that's like, so it's really interesting, right? So you don't like the rarity of your cards in your deck per average are really low. But then there are some cards that are like the definers of the deck that are incredibly rare in comparison, right? So that's a really interesting way to do it. We got Mount Targan here. We've got the Unforgiven. Very nice. I'm gonna guess this is regular art too, but the regular arts of these legends look so nice. Like you could tell me this was an alternate art and I would believe you, right? This is pay 2 and tap to move a friendly unit to or from your base. As far as I know, because this is 259. This is within it, and there's no alt art. And then we've got the Seal of Discord. Oh, it's another legendary. So it's a free reaction. Add 1 to your. I don't know if the colors is bad. You guys can let me know. I think it's a chaos rune, right? So it's just like it's literally like a coin, or just like a free, like it's a hammer spark. Can I say hammer spark on this stream? You guys know what Hammer Spark is? So far we've pulled 3 legendaries from this box. We're almost halfway through, and one of them is the alt art showstopper for Set. Just keeping you guys in the loop and not confirming with myself what we got. All right, we've got Pit Crew, Rune Prison, Sky Splitter, Jeweled Colossus, Confront, Stealthy Pursuer, Vanguard Champion, Spoils of War, Spectral Matron, Targon's Peak. We've got Mystic Pora, we've got Primal Strength, we've got the Malazar, and we got the Calm Rune here, which means is this? Oh, this one's a, yeah. It looks like so. You're guaranteed like 3 hits per box or per pack, and they can be between rares, foils of commons and uncommons, and then epics and legendaries. Yeah. We've got Engard, Cleave, Stupefy, Pit Rookie, Cemetery Attendant, Back-to-Back, Arena Bar, Dangerous Duo, Traveling Merchant, the Trefarian War Champ, the Groove of the... Oh, so we get to get the Battlegrounds. This is foil, right? Yeah, foil if we want to. I do think like the foiling could be like a little bit more obvious sometimes. compared to others. It's not bad, but like I have to like second guess myself sometimes. We have Karthus, and then we have the Ravenborn Tomb as well, and then another recruit token. Yeah, that's. I mean, there have been like 4 big. Okay, 3.5. Oh, that's from the wrong pack. All right, we're halfway through. There was OP13, EBO2, or sorry, PRBO2, Gundam Set 2, and then this set. Which this is the half for me, but like this is clearly like a big set for releasing. Chemtech Enforcer, Trefarian, Glory Seeker, Paka Cub, Ember Monk, Call to Glory, Blast Cone Fae, Acceptable Losses. We've got the Arena's Greatest, Stupefy foil. We've got the Eclipse Herald foil. We've got Progress Day, draw 4, don't mind if I do, and a Sprite. More of a Pepsi man, but I'll take a Sprite. All right, let's see what the second half's looking like. Yeah, Div, you did miss on one card. We did get the legendary. I'm gonna say all art. You guys are gonna say showcase boss version of set. People are telling me that card's pretty good. So many cards. I know. Blazing Scorcher, Consult the Past, Stalwart Poro. We've got the Psy Scout, Petty Officer, Flurry of the Blades, Adaptatron, Cythria of Cloudfield. We've got the Zon Warrens, the Poro foil. We've got the Soul Gorger, and then we got another legendary. It is the Yasau Remorseful. It's a champion unit. When I attack, deal damage equal to my might to an enemy here. So you can like do damage. It has like first strike if you want to think of it that way. I'm guessing it stacks twice. So you deal damage, and then you enter combat and you do damage again. And this is the alt art too, because this does have the A. All right, cool. This is the alt art. Because you see, it's right here. You guys might have a hard time seeing. Oh, let me enhance. There it is. You guys can see my hands in front of my face. But yeah, this is the alt art. So nice. Yasuo. Sorry, you're right. Yasuo. Oh, another good hit there. And then a Fury Rune. Woo! Fancy. Fancy. And I'm gonna guess a legend alt is a little bit better. Obviously, I don't think I'm gonna beat the set, but yeah, the for OP13, those cards are only for the it's only for the God pack. You can't, as far as I know, you can't pull those arts outside of the God pack. Monastery of Hirana. We've got the Daring Poro foil. We've got King's Edict and the Kog'Maw as well, and then an Order Rune. All right, Orb of Regret, Playful Phantom, Pouty Poro, Stupefy, Gust, Call of the Week, Challenge, Portal Rescue, Scrapyard Champion, Solari Chief, the Raven Bloom Student. We've got Blitzcrank, one of my favorite units, legend champions, whatever. You know, this is a champion unit, right? But there's legendly, Blitzcrank is one of my favorites. We've got also the Brynhir Thunder Song. I'm going to say that incorrectly, and then a Mind Rune. And this one is foil. All right, we've got the Sunlit Guardian, Legion Rear Guard, the Lecturing Yordle, Find Your Center, Morbid Return, Forge of the Future, Pit Rookie, Poro Herder, the Dreaming Tree, Mushroom Pouch, Crackshot Corsair, the Relentless Storm. Now this, I think, is the legend from one of the demo decks. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is Volibear. When you play a Might unit, you may exhaust me to channel 1 rune, and a unit is Mighty when it has 5 or more power. And then we also have the Carnivorous Snapvine and the Recruit there. Is this the one from the demo deck though? Am I thinking wrong? Is this the legend from the demo deck? I can't recall. Again, it's only, you know, quote unquote a rare. So it's not like it took up like a really important spot, but you know, and no card games are like generally the same when it comes to pull rate, so it's interesting to see what that looks like. All right, we've got Eager Apprentice, Clockwork Keeper, Disintegrate, Watchful Sentry, Cannon Barrage, Mystic Poro, Forge of the Future, Salvage, the Grove of the God Willow, Eclipse Herald, we've got the Psy Scout, the Mistfall, we've got the Nocturne, and then also another Recruit. Yeah, so far again, we've hit, I think, what, 3 Legends, and technically 2 of them are alt arts, which is, I would guess, absurd, right? We'll see. Meditation, Poultry Poro, Jeweled Colossus, Defy, Bilgewater Bully, Shipyard Sulker, Trifarian Glory Seeker, Ravenbloom Student, Noxian Drummer, Iron Ballista, Get Excited, the Party Favors, and the Jinx here. So this is a champion unit. And I know, again, I think did we pull a Jinx legend? Because I think we did. Accelerate, you may pay 1 extra as an additional cost to have you enter ready, so it can essentially gain haste or rush or whatever attack the turn is played term you want to use, and then assault for 2, plus 2 power when I'm the attacker. And when you play me, you can discard 2, which works well with the effect there. Let's see, the set is over $500. You guys are giving me different numbers. You guys are giving me way different numbers for that. Someone is trying to buy it for 120, I guess. Rewritten the League of Legends lore, yeah. $1 billion? Okay, sold, fine. Whatever. Elon, that's you in chat. It's yours. I guess I'll sell it. Sprite Mother, we've got the Blind Monk, so this is another legend. So for one, I think, I feel like we might have pulled this one. We've got Overt Operator, and then we've got the Seal of Insight. So it looks like these seals are generally going to be 0 cost, but I don't know. So this is the same thing. So it's a legend, it's your action, you get to gain against, it's an even more Hammer Spark, because it is blue. So there it is. And then we got the Calm Rune. Woo! Pre-release prices, I mean, that's where we're living though, right? The expensive, yeah, the signed one, yeah. The 113 is lowest on TCG Player, got it. We've got Pit Crew, Clockwork Keeper, Get Excited, Pit Rookie, Gust, Vanguard Captain, Paka Cub. We've got the Reckoner's Arena, Wildclaw Shaman, Zonite Bouncer. We've got Petty Officer. We've got the Kaisa, and we also have the, another legendary. So this is Divine Judgment. It's a spell. Each player chooses 2 units, 2 gear, 2 runes, and 2 cards in their hand, and we get to recycle the rest. So that's quite the resource. It puts everyone down to 2, right? And if you're a deck that plays gears and runes and your opponent doesn't do that, that seems pretty dang good. Very nice. This is a regular art. So far we've pulled, I think with the additional 2 alt arts, I think 5 legends. It's 500 CAD on 401 games. All right. Well, if I go to Canada next month, I'll bring it with me. But 500 CAN is like, Canadian is like $100 USD though, right? That's about the conversion, I think, you'll find. All right, Consult the Past, Rune Prison, Magma Worm, Fight or Flight, Daring Poro, First Mate, Stealthy Pursuer, Facebreaker, Void Seeker, Discipline. We have the Karma. We've got Twisted Fate, also one of my favorite champions in the game itself. I haven't seen it in this game as much, but Twisted Fate's super cool. And I do like the fact that you can have like these different effects based on it. So when I attack, reveal the top rune of your rune deck, then recycle it, do one of the following based on its domain. You either get to deal 2 damage, draw 1 or stun an enemy. And then we also have the Darius, another champion unit and a legendary one. And this is an alt art too. We got 2 alt art of the legendaries. Is that high? That seems kind of high. I would assume that's kind of high for a box like this. This box seems like to keep on giving. Like for the first box I've ever opened, this seems really, really high on it. I don't know what kind of pact I've made to make these, but so far we've gotten 2 alt art legendaries, champions, and then also we got the legendary, the legend alt art as well. That seems as really high. You guys can talk me down, but I that sounds like I'm really good at opening boxes for the Riftbound card game. All right, I'll go over all the hits at the end of it too. We got Watchful Sentry, Sunlit Guardian, Chemtech Enforcer, Call of the Week, Stormclaw, Ursine, Ember Monk, back to back, the Altar to Unity, the Garbage Grabber, Vengeance, Scrap Heap, the Zonya's Hourglass, we got the V, and then we also have the Order Rune, so one of these was a foil. 2 packs left. All right, we've got Lecturing Yordle, Charm, Sky Splitter, Riptide Rex, Morbid Return, Hidden Blade, Flurry of Blades, Unlicensed Armory. We've got the Sigil of the Storm, Pack of Wonders, Clockwork Keeper, Wrath of Echoes. I think this is a foil. We've got the Mystic Reversal, so another legendary. Reaction, play anytime, gain control of a spell. You may make new choices for it. Interesting. And then we also have the Calm Rune. I've never heard the gain control of a spell is crazy wording. Crazy wording. That's super cool to be able to do that. So being able to not only counter it, but if you need to, like, you get the ability instead, that seems really strong. That seems really strong. All right, last pack. I don't think I could ask for anything more, but I will ask anyways. Mobilize, Gust, Trefarian, Glory Seeker, Crackshot, Corsair, Traveling Merchant, the Aspirant's Climb, Herald of the Scales, we've got the Obelisk of Power, we've got the regular version of Set, so that's cool. We can kind of compare and contrast the two versions of it. Is that right? I'll double check. We got, and then the Warwick, and then the Recruit there. But that, honestly, that's what I was asking though. So you're guaranteed 2 all arts, overnumber takes a separate spot, so it's an additional. Okay. Gotcha. But the, let me see, where is the fancy card? Because are these cards are the same, right? Yeah, so this is essentially the same. So that's kind of what I was asking for though. Is that the regular version of it is technically a rare, right? And then the legendary version of it, like this one is legendary because it's the overnumbered version, right? The regular version of this card was not a legendary, but we get to get like this, you know, gold foil showcase version of it as well. So there it is. Okay, let me get all these put together and let me show you guys what I got from this box. All right, and this is what we got after a whole box, and I think we got a pretty good one, honestly. I think I maybe over-pulled a little bit, but from what we got, we ended up getting 4 showcase cards. What I've been told is that generally there are 2 showcases of the legendaries per box here. So we got the Darius as well as the Yasuo. I think actually these are rares, but yeah, the showcases there. This is a fantastic hit. This is essentially, if you're used to like the other card games that I cover, this is essentially an all art leader here that is the boss version of Set, which we also can see that there is like the regular, you know, rare version of it. So it's, you know, functionally the same card, but you know, obviously this one looks way better in comparison there. So really great hit here. We did get a body rune, which I'm going to assume there's probably one of like an all art rune per box. Maybe it's a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower. Don't know, but that is what we got there. We got the body rune, and then we ended up getting 6 different legendaries. So we end up getting like the Volibear champion unit. We end up getting then a bunch of these like seals of Insight and Discord, the Mystic Reversal, Divine Judgment, and the Showstopper, which is the signature spell of Set there. So honestly, we got this here. So that is going to be it for this box. Let me know what you guys think about this. This is honestly a lot of fun to pull and open, obviously with people in chat to help me pull from it as well. And I think that this is it's been a lot of fun, and the arts look really great. Honestly, it's whenever you open packs, like for me, like I'm like, this card could be good, right? They did a really good job on the art, and it's been really fun. So that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.